It's almost been a year since Superman's been out, but is his cousin's film better? Let's talk about Supergirl. Hey guys, AJYT Abbott here. Welcome to my review for Supergirl. This is the second movie in the DCU that's, being overseen by James Gunn and Peter Safran. This stars Millie Alcock as Supergirl, Kara Zor-El. If you're not familiar with her, she's been in, House of the Dragon. And I don't think I've seen her in anything else other than that. Jason Momoa is in this movie as Lobo, this character that he's been wanting to play for years now, and that people have wanted to see him play for years. And there's some other characters in there that we'll get to as well. If you are a diehard Supergirl fan, you've probably already seen the film at this point. If you're more of a casual viewer, then honestly, I'll be right up front with you guys. You might not want to rush out and go see this one if you're just more of a casual DC fan. If you are just somebody that, enjoys these in passing and you're just, looking forward to seeing what's next in the DC universe, but you're not overly excited, then listen, there are other movies that you can go see in theaters right now than this. With that said, there will be spoilers from this point onward, so there's your just little recommendation from me. I wouldn't go out and see this in theaters just yet. Maybe wait until it's like a $5 day or something. Supergirl is a mixed bag. It is a very up and down movie for me because there are aspects of the film that I actually really enjoy, like Millie Alcock, for example. She is excellent as Kara Zor-El. I want to see more of her, and I'm excited to see more of her in Man of Tomorrow coming out next year, I think. Lobo, Jason Momoa, playing this character that he's wanted to do for so long. It is really fun. He is chewing up the scenery. He's only in it for about 5, maybe 10 minutes. Honestly, I think 5, really. So he's not, you're not getting a huge Lobo-heavy film. Don't go in expecting that. But they definitely teed it up in the marketing, yeah, we're getting Lobo up in here. Jason Momoa is finally playing him. And he's just kind of in here for 5 minutes. So don't get your hopes up too much for that to be, a huge presence in the film. Other aspects that I really enjoyed about it, David Corenswet shows up a couple times in this movie as, of course, Superman. And I just love David Corenswet's interpretation of Superman. This is just such a wholesome interpretation of the character. Just the golden, natured, just like that, shucks, that just, he's just so warm. You just get a nice, lively presence when he's on screen. And the movie comes to life when he's on screen. But like Lobo, he's only in this for 5 minutes. Craig Gillespie, he's done a couple movies that I've seen. He did Cruella, which I did kind of enjoy. Other than that, he hasn't done any big major comic book movies. I feel like he was trying to emulate Guardians of the Galaxy. I really feel like he was just trying to capture some of that James Gunn camp, that charm, the heart, the fun of all of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And even, stuff that he's done recently with Superman and Peacemaker, stuff like that. Having, needle drops in there, having, a bit of humor here and there, these different alien characters that are, providing some humor here and there. There's one voiced by Seth Rogen, and I guess the other humorous character would be Lobo, and, the stuff with Lobo does hit. I found it pretty funny. And Millie has a good, bit of comedy herself with Supergirl, just this, drunk, nonchalant, I don't care attitude at the beginning. So yeah, the standouts there, definitely those two. And, some of the action, it's pretty generic, but if you can look past the awful needle drops, then maybe you can enjoy some of the action. And then as far as the story, it's a clunky fucking scattered mess, but at the end of the day, you do get me with emotional manipulation because you put the dog in jeopardy. Krypto gets poisoned by Krem, the main villain of this movie. I guess you can call him the main fucking villain. He has, the most, boring ass generic presence I've ever seen in a fucking comic book movie. This is Thor the Dark World level of villains. Do you remember the villain from Thor the Dark World? Exactly. Exactly. God. Listen, Krem, he looks like he spent a lot of time in Hot Topic. He's got all these fucking, metal spiky piercings and shit on his face. He looks ridiculous, and he poisons Krypto at the beginning of the film, so the movie is kind of about trying to get this antidote from him to cure Krypto, while also trying to help this character Ruthie, played by Eve Ridley, all respect to the actress. I'm sure that she's going to go on after this and do some pretty good things. I would hope so. But I just don't like the character. This character was fucking annoying. And I've heard that in the story, she can be a little bit annoying. The Woman of Tomorrow comic that this is based around, that she can be a bit annoying. But fuck, I've heard great things about that comic. If she's as annoying in that as she was in this, I don't fucking know if I would like her at all in that. And it doesn't help that, like, her mission is trying to kill Krem, who I don't give a shit about. So I just don't care about her story. Her side of the story just did not interest me. She's trying to get revenge for her family. It's a True Grit story. It's literally based on True Grit. It's True Grit, but in space with a bit of, like, Mad Max energy, especially in the third act with, like, all these vehicles and shit coming around and, you know, trying to kill them. And then, you know, a pinch of Guardians of the Galaxy in there, which is just failed. The movie itself looks really hideous. This movie's color palette is basically brown, gray, black, tan. Like, it just is it has no sense of color at all. Like, there's nothing about this movie that afterwards watching it, I'm like, man, I can't wait to watch this scene again, or that scene again, or this moment, because it's so devoid of color and life that I just don't feel the need to want to rewatch this movie. Like, with Superman, at least, when I had the problems with that movie, like, I was like, the action is fun, it's colorful, it is, like, you pulled Superman straight out of the comic books, and I've seen some panels of the Woman of Tomorrow comic book, and there is some really vibrant, beautiful, colorful imagery in there. Where was that here? Now, Millie's character, Supergirl, I did enjoy her comedy, where she's like, there's a moment where, like, Ruthie is trying to, like, tell Lobo about her mission, like, I'm, you know, so-and-so from this, and I'm looking for revenge, and, like, Supergirl's, like, saying the same words, and it's funny. I like that, you know, she has the relationship with Krypto. We get the backstory with how, she had to leave Krypton, and her parents are actually, like, good people. So why are Clark's parents the only evil Kryptonians? Because they sent him there to, you know, start up this whole harem and be their ruler and shit. Why is no one else like that? This just makes Superman's parents look like dicks. And by the end, I don't really know what the message is supposed to be, because Supergirl is trying to convey this to Ruthie about, hey, revenge is bad, you know, you shouldn't try and kill someone just because they killed someone that you love, because that's not going to take your pain away. It's just going to make it worse. You're going to live with it forever. It's going to haunt you. And then in the end, she convinces Ruthie not to kill Krem, and then she's like, all right, go over there before you change your mind. And I'm just thinking, like, she's just going to take the antidote and cure Krypto, which, I mean, she does cure Krypto. I mean, they're not going to kill off Krypto in this movie. But no, she takes the antidote after she kills him. She sticks a sword in his stomach and then in his neck. Like, what kind of example are you setting here? Just because she didn't see you kill him? Like, that just makes it okay? So, remember, kids, revenge is bad. Unless there are no witnesses, then you can go right on ahead. What the fuck? What? But yeah, that was just really weird. It made the whole, like, message fucking pointless to me. I think in the graphic novel, the comic, she doesn't kill him, so that throws that all out the window. I don't know what they were thinking there. Yeah, James Gunn, this was the amazing script that you read? Did he read the wrong draft? Because, goddamn, this is fucking rough, honestly. And even the ending, like, it ends so abruptly with, like, her going back to Earth, and with, you know, goes up to Clark, and she's talking to him about, you know, I might stay here a little while, and then Krypto's there, and he gets into chocolate, and then Clark's like, wait, oh, he's getting into the chocolate, Krypto, no, and then it ends. It ends right there. What? And then no after credits scenes, so you're not even giving us anything to be excited about for the future of the franchise, of this universe, so I'm worried. I'm fucking worried. Clayface looks fucking awesome, but if a Batman villain spin-off movie is the best movie in the DCU at that point, if it ends up being that great, we have a fucking problem. But let me talk about the needle drops that I mentioned. I can't think of what the song is, but it's like, everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. it is played in the final act of this movie, the final battle, but it's a cover, so it's like this very like somber slow like female singing this, and it's like everything will be alright, alright, and it's just like Supergirl throwing shit around and lasering people. All Ruthie is like looking all around at the chaos. I'm like, you ruined it. You fucking ruined it with these song choices. It just didn't work for me, guys. I wanted to love it. I wanted to like it, and I just came out of it being like, it's just mid. It's just middle of the road, mediocre comic book movie stuff that we've seen so many times before. There are elements that do a lot of heavy lifting, like Kara, like Lobo, which is why I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Some of the action is entertaining if you can look past the cringeworthy and awful choices of music, but even then, the way the movie looks is awful. The way that it's written doesn't really pull any emotions out of me. It didn't make me care about the characters. Some of them were annoying. The villain I'm not going to remember by tomorrow. So Supergirl ended up just being really forgettable, to be honest. The only thing memorable about this movie is going to be that cup. I'm I'm gonna let you guys go. I don't want to take too much of your time, but thanks so much for watching. Tell me what you guys thought of Supergirl down in the comments below. Are you concerned for the future of the DCU? Tell me everything down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and goodbye.